Hey, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's late in the evening here in Southeast Queensland. Welcome to Dr. Ajay Vibes, another episode of inspiration. So, I was going over this poem which I want to read out line by line and give my any of my own idea about it, interpretation about it, right? Just a little bit. So it's called uncommon, right? Not very common, not very mundane, routine, boring. That's what common is, right? It's not necessarily bad. Common is not bad, but sometimes it is just staple, right? No progress, no moving forward, no excitement in life. We do need a bit of excitement, right? Otherwise, what a boring life it is. So the poem says uncommon, that's what attracted my attention. I just like that. Uncommon, right? So author is unknown. We don't know who wrote it. But anyway, let's have a go through it very fast, okay? I won't be too long here this evening, my friends. I choose to be a uncommon. The author says, I prefer to be uncommon. Don't want to be just common, routine, boring, mundane. I prefer to be uncommon. It is my right to be uncommon since I can. The reason I can be uncommon because I can. There is option I can choose, right? In this life of freedom, spirituality, right? You have basic freedom, foundational, fundamental freedom we all have, right? Because I can, it is my right to be uncommon. I choose to be uncommon. I seek opportunity, not security. It's very easy to live with security, right? Secure, stay there, sit here, just do your routine stuff, right? That's a very secured life. Nothing wrong. Sometimes it's awesome to be in a secured position, right? But it is not at the cost of growth. You all agree, right? Friends, as you watch this, I really like you put your input in the comment section. Say something about what we are talking. Do you agree with this? Don't agree with this? What's your idea? It's not about just this author's idea and my own interpretation. What do you feel? Right? That's how we all grow collectively together on this wonderful channel called Dr. J Vibes, right? So I seek opportunity, not security. That's what the author is saying. I do not wish to be a kept citizen. We can be kept citizens, right? Whatever, within safe parameters. We can live comfortable life, right? Maybe in some places little more than some other places. There are those differences, but you can be a kept citizen. You know what it means, right? Friends, you know what it means? Kept citizen? Put a comment. If you need more clarity about that phrase, ask me. Right? Let's interact, right? If you ask me something for more clarification, I will definitely reply and I will give little more clarification to my best abilities. Okay? I do not want to be a kept citizen, a cowed, means intimidated by anyone, any authority. I don't want to be intimidated or just kept and deluded, sort of misled by whatever organization, authority. Some words I don't want to use, but it's very difficult to avoid some words. But anyway, I still avoided one word here. I didn't want to say that. Right? By having the government to look after me, look after you. Right? We can ask, say, demand, hey, government needs to do this, government needs to do that. It's government's responsibility. No, nothing is their responsibility. Of course, they have their responsibilities. They have to fulfill them. But you shouldn't be blaming even government or weather or, right? My famous mentor, philosopher, business philosopher, Jim Rohn used to say that, right? Blame the government, blame the weather. Only if weather is good in this town or in this time of the year, I would have done blah, 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 blah. Right? Only if government is my favorite government, not this government, it could have been far better. We can blame, right? But we have to take onus upon us, onus upon yourself, myself, right? That's what great Jim Rohn, I remember, if I remember correct, that's what he used to say, right? So don't blame anyone. I want to take calculated risk to dream, to build, to fail, to succeed. It's a straightforward line, right? Calculated risk. We have to take risks. Not too big, but just enough, calculated. Whatever we can afford, we have to sometimes take risk. Right? To dream, to build, to fail, and to succeed finally. It's not all roses and beautiful walkways, right? You have to go through gravels and stones and whatever, thorns and whatever. Yeah, that's a life walkway, right? So you may fail, you may succeed finally, you build something, you have a dream towards which you've taken calculated risks. Okay? That's what the poem says. I refuse to barter goods. We know that, right? Barter goods for goods. I refuse to do that. Right? I prefer the challenges of life. Instead of barter system, I rather have freedom. I achieve some things. I use international, national, local market systems, approved systems, right? To gain things, to acquire things, whatever we want in our life, right? I prefer the challenges of life. Prefer them. Welcome them. Challenges of life, right? Not the guaranteed existence. Somebody might give you some guarantee. Some organization, some government, some whatever, a body of whatever may give some guarantee. It's nice to have that guarantee, right? But I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence. That's what this author is saying, right? The thrill of fulfillment instead of stale utopia. The thrill. What a thrill it is to be achieved, fulfilled, optimized, reached your potential. It's a nice thrill. What do you think? What's your feelings, my friends? Put those in the comment section, right? How do you feel when you fulfill something? You achieve something. How do you feel? Don't we feel great? I feel awesome, great, right? Fulfillment that. But the journey itself is more awesome for me. Fulfillment is great, but the journey on to the fulfillment is absolutely awesome. I really enjoy that journey part, right? You are driving somewhere, you have to go to some destination. Do you wait until reaching the destination to enjoy, or do you enjoy while driving? The scenery, beautiful scenery through your windows of a vehicle or public transport, bus, train, boat, whatever, aeroplane, whatever it is. We all enjoy the journey, right? The life is same, right? I will not trade freedom for beneficences. Don't trade your freedom because you have some beneficences, some benefits, and you lose freedom. So the freedom to take that journey, as we just said, is more awesome, more enjoyable, right? The bigger the challenge, it doesn't have to be too big challenge. Calculated challenges, calculated risks, as we just mentioned earlier, right? So, nor my dignity. You want to trade freedom nor dignity, right? Why do we trade our dignity for some benefit or whatever, right? I will never cover or hide from a master before any master. It's awesome. What a privilege to have masters ahead of us, in front of us, from where we can gain the inspiration, support, guidance, and wisdom. So, why do you want to cover or hide from a master? Don't do that, nor bend to any threat, whatever threats are coming towards you, right? Of course, we have to be safe, but don't surrender your freedom, your goal, your dreams, your achievements. Don't surrender. Okay, that's what this author is saying, and I absolutely love it, my friends. What do you think so far? Right? Put it in the comments, my friend. I would like to see interaction from my friends. Right? I'm doing my best to do these videos. Today is a bit late. Things happen. Hurdles come in your way. But I did not give up. Okay? I decided to do at least a video today. If not a live. I'm getting access to live. There is a process you have to go through. There were some steps I didn't even knew, right? But it's getting probably next week. Friday would be a live. Let's see how it goes. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud, and unafraid. Right? Stand tall. That's what they say, the phrase, right? Stand tall, stand erect, unafraid. It's your heritage, right? To stand up to something and go on the journey of what? Fulfillment. Be a uncommon person. That's the theme of this material, right? Be a uncommon person. Not very common. Uncommon doesn't mean you are doing something silly or something, it's just calculated. Taking calculated risks, being on some uncommon path, not just very common, boring, right? Trending upon the journey, life journey, but having a vision, having a dream, having some goals, taking some measures, some steps, which may be uncommon, maybe some common, right? Going towards fulfillment. That's the thing. Fulfill. You have to fulfill your calling. Whatever is the calling, we all have to fulfill it. Do you agree with this author? And whatever I am saying from my own little bit of experience or whatever, do you agree with us, my friend? Do you join hands with us in this idea that we are discussing today? Please say, put it in the words, my friend, okay? Make a comment. It is my heritage to stand erect, to proud and unafraid, to think and act for myself and my family, for my fellow citizens, right? Think and act. You have to take responsibility. You have to think. You can't give your thinking to someone else to think for you, right? That's okay, time to time, sometimes. Somebody need to think for us. If we don't have expertise in some areas, we do have to surrender to a professional or take advice from others, right? But in general, we have to think and act for our own self to enjoy the benefits of my creations and to face the world boldly and to say, this I have chosen. I worked hard and have achieved my dreams. I am proud. That's what you say. I worked hard. I have chosen and I achieved my dreams and I am very proud of it. That's what we all have to say, right? And I will work even harder on myself than my job. We work hard for a job, a profession, right? But we have to work even harder on our own self, right? Fulfillment, upliftment, achievement, ascension, ascending to higher and better in every area of our life, right? I will not settle. I will seek the heights. Seek the heights. Okay, my friends, I went a little more than what I actually thought. Hope you liked this poem I found. Author is unknown, and I was giving my own ideas in between the lines. And I hope you contribute. Go over it again if you want to, and say something about this material we discussed today, my friends. By the way, friends, if you haven't subscribed already, you know what to do. Please subscribe to this channel. Support me of these inspirational videos and homeopathy. I do inspirational videos as well as homeopathy, right? As per new schedule, Mondays inspirational video, Wednesdays homeopathy, and Friday is going to be live where we can talk anything, inspiration, homeopathy, about anything that we do on this channel, Dr. J Vibes. Okay, my friends, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you subscribed, thank you. And support me by liking, sharing, and commenting on this video and other videos on this channel. I will catch up again very soon, maybe tomorrow. Have a beautiful day, evening, or night. Okay, my friends, have a great day. Bye.